Hey, welcome to Overcoming My Lung Disease. I have not been on in quite a while, and for that I am sorry. I'm Donnie Vapor, Don Michael Prager, Overcoming My Lung Disease. And I've been doing the Overcoming My Lung Disease page for a few years now. And then it's been a bunch of months. So many things happened, and got sicker, more medications, a bunch of things happened here and there, and I kind of let it fall to the wayside, and I was having some trouble with my computer at home. I'm in the car right now. And then I discovered Facebook Live, and I started playing original music, and I started doing a Donnie Vapor show. That is my name. And I said, you know what? Let me see if I can do some lives and come back on to YouTube, where I started everything. And I had a whole bunch of people that would come and see me once a week and write to me, and I do miss you guys. And I would love to fill you in. I don't know how this live thing works on here, but I'm hoping that you guys will welcome me back in. I had some serious editing problems. I did shoot a couple of videos, and I just did not edit them right and didn't put them up. So I'm here, and hopefully the sound is good. You guys can hear me, and I'm coming across okay. And I'm going to be driving home soon. I'm trying to hang in there. I went to the hospital to fill you guys in who were watching last year around this time. It was right before Halloween, and I was in the hospital for over 2 weeks. They said really bad pneumonia and respiratory failure, the whole nine. The high flow oxygen, you know how it goes. And they came in and they gave me massive amounts of steroids, and I was having the edema and the swelling. I was a mess. And I'm happy that I was able to even come home. And I wound up being on oxygen now 24/7. I wasn't on oxygen 24/7 in the past. I am now. But I now have some pulmonologists that I try to work with. They were shocked when I first went into the hospital. I said, who's your doctor? I said, I don't have one. And they said, why are you not dead? And I said, well, you know, just because you have all this knowledge and you're a doctor, it doesn't mean that you have a good bedside manner. And it doesn't mean that you have empathy. And the way I was treated in the medical world, I hated it, and I ran away. And you know about my channel, those of you who watched it, I've tried all kinds of alternative therapies and a lot of things that really worked for me for a while. And then as my surgeon who did the biopsy of me, on me, said, just don't get sick. And you know, sure enough, I get sick, and it turned into what they think was pneumonia. And I then get a team of doctors that say they'll work real nice with me, and they have. And long story short, they told me that I was responding really well to prednisone, which typically idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis doesn't. So there's all kinds of confusion. So here's where we're at right now. I absolutely have pulmonary fibrosis. I have very bad lung scarring. As my doctor told me recently, he goes, you are very sick, but it's just a little bit of a different picture. I said, so what is the picture? He goes, well, we think it was brought on from the chemicals that I was involved with in possibly with hair replacement over the years, and that's called HP, hypersensitivity pneumonitis. And they think that that caused what's called NSIP, non-specific interstitial pneumonia. So the treatment for NSIP is steroids, and I call them the devil's Tic Tacs. So it's been about a year that I've been on steroids, and a couple of months ago I just started to blow up again. The edema was bad. They put me on the water pills, the Lasix, and all kinds of stuff that was just terrible, and it still wasn't really helping, to the point where I got so bloated with water that I could barely I had to go to a party, my shoes on. I bought a suit, and I had bought shoes that were like 2 sizes bigger than normal, and they wouldn't go on. I had to wear sneakers, and I had to go in a wheelchair, which is so not me. And my ankle started to split, so I contracted cellulitis. That was fun. Most painful thing I ever experienced, pretty much, next to arterial blood gases when they wanted to do the blood gases, but that's a whole other issue. And cellulitis, and the breathing was really, really, really bad, and anything that can come along with the adverse effects of prednisone were there. All the side effects were there. So the doctor, I said, I have to get off this. And we're slowly tapering now. So that's what I've been up to. So I was on 20 milligrams for like a year. I mean, in the hospital, it was really high, like 100. I came home on like 60. But for the better part of almost a year, it's been 20. And now I've kind of titrated. I've weaned down to about, what am I on? 12.5 milligrams. So they're taking me down at 2.5 milligrams every month. So it's a slow process, an arduous process. But the swelling went down and the breathing got better. I was able to actually breathe. I mean, even with oxygen, when I was that filled with water, it just was not working. So I've got to get blood work done. I have to do that this week or next week. We've got to do another scan to see what's going on with the lungs. I did a pulmonary function test not too long ago, and believe it or not, it stayed the same as last year. So I wasn't jumping, but I decided I was jumping for joy, because stable's not a bad word. So I'm trying to stay as stable as possible. I'm trying not to get sick. And in the interim, I've been writing a tremendous amount of music. I can't stop. It's just making me, I just have to get the music out. So what I started to do when I couldn't get the YouTube videos up, a friend of mine, when I was in the hospital, well, she's a friend now, I started to watch her on Facebook, and she did a show with Facebook Live, and it has nothing to do with medicine, nothing to do with disease, just country music. And she's an independent artist. Her name is Dawn Beyer. And I was fascinated by how she was building up a big following and playing her music on her terms. And I wound up speaking with her, and she's like, yeah, you should get what do you want to accomplish? And I said, well, what I want to accomplish would be to raise awareness for pulmonary fibrosis, because it kills as many people as breast cancer and prostate cancer, yet the world at large doesn't know about it. So, hey, holy cow, was that Artie? This really does work. Oh my God. So it kills as many people, right, as breast cancer and prostate cancer. I got to get the word out. And secondly, I was thinking, if I started to do my Facebook Live platform, if people would tune in and see the dude with the nose hose still not giving up on life and slugging away, swinging the bat at that ball. And sometimes life can throw you a curveball, but it doesn't mean you have to give up. And there's been so many things going on in my life that I'm not going to bore you right now, but it's been crazy bad besides the illness. And my friend said, well, it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger, bro. And I said, yeah, well, right now I think I could probably bench press a Buick. But all kidding aside, I wanted to put on my platform, I told her, I want to raise awareness. I want to inspire people. So if someone sees the dude with the nose hose, and normally I do the show, I have my guitar, I'm singing songs, I'm throwing it out there. I'm hoping that somebody can see that, and maybe their day will be a little bit better. My catchphrase is always live inspired. I'm trying to inspire people. And if I can leave this place a little bit better than I found it, and I can inspire one person, that would be awesome. And then the third thing that I want to accomplish by doing these lives, when I started doing the Facebook Live, was I want to get my original music. I'm a singer-songwriter out to the world. And I always quote Wayne Dyer. He was a public speaker, author. He passed away a couple of years ago, but he was in the same realm of self-help guys like Deepak Chopra and stuff like that. He was awesome. And he has a saying that was something to the effect of, don't die with your music still inside you. And that was so poignant. That just really sat with me. And that's what I try to impart to everybody out there. I tell people, it doesn't have to be physical music, songs. It could be whatever you want to do that you haven't done in your life and express. Your favorite hobby, or you want to make the best dinner party, or you want to create the best new dish, or I don't know what it might be for you. But that's the message. For me, I want to get the songs of my soul that are coming to me out to the public. And a lot of people are telling me it's helping them. And I built up a little bit of a Facebook following, which is really neat. And I don't want to neglect my YouTube channel any longer. And I want to stop doing shows on YouTube. And I'm thinking I'm going to transition it, since I'm having computer issues and editing issues. If this works, there's no reason why I can't continue overcoming my lung disease in this fashion. And I would do that much more often. And we could see if we can get people involved. And if anyone can hear me, send me a comment. I love when the comments come in. I don't know how to. Oh, there they are. I got to touch the phone. I'm learning. I got keep getting stronger. I got Artie laughing at me. That's good. I'll learn. I'm an old dude, but I'm learning how to work this stuff, you know. It says, welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Well, I hope I don't piss anybody off, and I hope I follow the guidelines, and I hope I didn't alienate you guys and you guys come back and watch my shows. I really do. And I'm going to go back home in a little bit, and I'm going to put this on a tripod, and I want to play a couple of tunes and just see whether or not it works the same way that I'm doing the Facebook Live. I created a character name for me on Facebook. It's called Donnie Vapor Music, hence the hat, Donnie Vapor Music. And that's what I've been doing. So it's been pretty neat. I'm in the studio right now. I'm actually I'm able to record and stuff like that. I was running the channel. Thanks, Artie. Dawn runs her channel. I saw her do this, and it was very different to me. She was a country artist that would play in Nashville, and she'd work what they call, it's called Broadway Street, and that's down the strip of Nashville that has bars on either side, saloons, restaurants, bars. All the tourists go. And when you're an artist that plays on the strip, you're like a bartender. You don't get paid. You get shift pay. Shift. I said shift. I don't want to get in trouble. SHIFT. And the shift pay, I think she told me, was like $25 maybe. And they put a tip jar out. Or just like if you're like working in New York City. I'm from New York. If you're like in the subway or you're playing in the park with your your guitar case opened up, people can tip if they want to. You're kind of earning your keep. You're playing your music. That's how it's done in most states, believe it or not, in the bars. New York's a little bit different, but nowadays people have tip jars all over, just like bartenders. So I watched her play, and she's like, I'm funding all my CDs and all my original music through my tip jar. I'm like, what do you mean? And I watched it, and she was able to, she sang so much on Broadway, a 4-hour shift without a break, and then across the street, that she lost her voice after a period of time, because nobody can work that hard. And she was home recuperating. I think she was in Texas at the time, and she discovered Facebook Live when it first came out a few years ago. Hit the button, and she's very smart. She's like, what if I found a way to put a virtual tip jar up on the page, so if people like my music, they had the option of doing what they do when they see me live in person. And it took off, and she hasn't looked back, and she has many CDs. And I was like, wow. So I started doing the same thing, and I created what they call a virtual tip jar. So that's been working. I've been little by little being able to get myself into the studio to record a CD, because people are like, do you have music? Can I get a hold of one of your CDs? And I'm like, I've got a lot of music, but I can't afford when I'm not working with it. I have terminal lung disease. I don't have an income coming in to go into the studio. So I'm like, wow, let's try it that way. And you know what? It's awesome, because I'm working for it, and nobody has to do anything unless they want. So that's what I've been up to. I wanted to catch you guys. I wanted to catch you guys up. Yeah, that's how you say that. I want to catch you guys up on what's been going on in my life, what's been happening. Who else is out there right now? I don't see. I see Artie, and I think it says, does it say Shooty? It's hard to see. I need reading glasses. I don't have them with me, do I? Not in the car, no. In the glasses container. Definitely not there. You know what? Let me ask you this real quick. Artie, can you hear me? Does the sound okay? That's what I need to know. If somebody can tell me, anybody, can you hear what I'm saying, or has the sound cut out? Is the sound good? That's what I need to know. You could do something similar with YouTube. It's called Top Chat. You know what, Artie? I'm going to look into that. But right now, can you hear what I'm saying? Is it coming across? Do I have sound? I hope I do. It's buffering a little, but it sounds fine. All right, that could be because I'm working on LTE. I'm not in the house. Let me see what this is down here. Some messages, such as potential spam, may not be visible. All messages visible. Hi, chat. I'm touching things on the phone because I don't know what these things do on this screen. Like, how do I write to you guys if I wanted to write? I don't know. I'll have to figure that out, how I would pin stuff to the page. Let's see. Share, mute the microphone. All right, it's a learning curve. I'll figure it out, right? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So that's where I've been. I'm still alive. I'm still here. And just want to say I love you guys. And thank you for originally being here for me. It says you can post into chat. Oh, very cool. So I'll be able to in the future already put a link. I can put a link if I want, like I do on Facebook. I'm pretty sure that's probably possible, because that's what I do on the Facebook Lives. Before I go live, I set it up, then I go live, then I go to the message, and I hit it, and then I post, and the link shows up. All right, cool. And you said check out Top Chat. I gotta definitely, let me see. I can write that down real quick. You know what? I'm not gonna forget that. I'm not that bad, but I think my brain's gonna remember that when I get home. Top Chat, and that's part of YouTube. Is that what you're saying? I should check out YouTube Top Chat. And yeah, I got to find different ways of being viable again. I'm somebody that's not ready to give up. I'm not. I still have plenty of life to live. And I want my story out there. And I want to help people. And I certainly don't want to give up playing music. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Thank you for the advice, Artie. You're awesome. I love you too, my brother. And I hope all's well with you. It's been a long time since we chatted like this. And maybe one day I can actually see you out and about. That would be freaking awesome. I haven't seen you in years and years and years. Johnny Lamb just called me the other day. I haven't seen him in a long time. So that was pretty cool. And that's it. Who did I talk to today? I talked to Mike Flintz today on the phone. And a lot of old time stuff. I was back in Amityville on Friday, and I played with Robin Eve, because I have a duo with her. And we played a show with Tommy Marr from Amityville. So it was like 3 generations of Amityville. And they closed down Park Avenue. It was the first annual Park After Dark. And we were in the gazebo right on Park Avenue by the men's shop. And it was cool. We had so much fun. Who says you can't go back home, right? Anyway, that is the story. I'm rambling on long enough. You guys have a great day. I will check stuff out. And hopefully I'll see a lot more of you guys. And I could build this up and be a help to people out there, because YouTube is all over the world just like Facebook. So that's kind of neat, because I got people that watch me from all over the world on Facebook, and I no longer will neglect YouTube, that's for sure, knowing that I can go video wise. But now I'm repeating myself, so that's where I'm at. I'll catch you guys later, and I'm going to end in fashion like I always end. Remember to live inspired.